Hello everybody and welcome back to Pollywogntdo. So I know I have done a Q&A in the past, but it is a little outdated, so I thought it would be a fun idea to kind of do an updated or revamped version of it. So I reached out to you guys and asked you to give me any questions that you had, whether they were related to Animal Crossing or not, and you guys did not disappoint. So I have an entire list of questions right in front of me to be answering, and while I do answer these questions, I'm going to be playing some Animal Crossing just kind of casually in the background. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. First question that I have is, will you ever do a face reveal? The answer to that is yes, I will do a face reveal eventually, but just not for a while. I am just not necessarily comfortable with showing my face on any of my media platforms, and not for like any particular reason. But if I ever do a face reveal, it'll probably be around the milestone of 50 to 100k subscribers on YouTube. And if I do a face reveal, it won't really be that grand. I think I'll just do a video to like show you guys what I look like and not really pick up from there. You know, I won't really include my face in any videos or even get a webcam on Twitch. It'll just kind of be the idea. But yes, I will, just not for a while. Next question is, why is your username Pollywogntdo? My username has a lot of different meanings behind it. First of all, my name is Polly, which is quite self-explanatory as to why that made it in the name. And ever since I was little, I have loved frogs, and I think it is very fun because for those of you who don't know, the word pollywog is actually another word for a tadpole. And so I thought it was fun that my name kind of fit into something that I like. So that's kind of how I came up with the pollywog part of it. And then Nintendo. I incorporated the abbreviation NTDO as I love Nintendo and my channel is mainly based around Nintendo content. And also another meaning behind my name, like I don't know if this didn't really inspire the idea of me naming my channel, but I love Stranger Things and I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is a part in season 2 of Stranger Things that has to do with a pollywog, so I thought that was kind of fun how that also ended up fitting into the idea of the name. But yeah, that is how I came up with my username, Pollywogntdo. Next question is, why is Pudge your favorite villager? Look at him. Why wouldn't he be? He just looks so huggable and so cute, and he looks like a living, breathing orange, like the fruit, and I just don't really see how you could not love him. That's my pure answer right there. Next question is, why is my mascot a frog? As I mentioned before, I have loved frogs ever since I was little, and so I honestly just thought it was only appropriate, especially with the pollywog theme I had going on, to make it a frog, and I think it's really cute, and it's really fitting for the channel. Why did you start YouTube? Actually, I didn't really purposefully mean to start YouTube. I watched a lot of YouTube as a kid growing up, but when COVID hit was kind of the time I put out my first video just for fun. I was bored and I felt like I didn't have anything better to do with my time, so I put out a video that was a kind of guide of Asian nations. I was very knowledgeable about it, even though it just came out, and it didn't really take off, which was understandable, but I kind of threw a video out here and there. It was really just a hobby of mine and I didn't really expect it to go anywhere, but one day I did get the idea to make that morning routine video and you guys loved it. So ever since then I've just kind of continued and followed up with my YouTube, and that's kind of how it started. It was really just as a simple answer out of boredom. That's about all I can say about that. Who is your dream villager? I don't know if I really have a single dream villager or an official dream villager, but I think one villager who you can consider my dreamy is T-Bone. I have been looking for him for quite some time now. He is a cranky bull villager, and I had him in New Leaf, but I love him so much, and if I ever do see him, I will be kicking a villager out in first place. Who was your first villager? Rowan and Flo. I still have Rowan, but I did kick out Flo a while ago just because she wasn't my favorite, but I love Rowan a lot. And yeah, those are my first villagers. Who is your least favorite villager or character? I actually don't have one. I hold all of the characters close to my heart. Even if I don't personally love them, I just know somewhere out there they are somebody else's favorite villager or character, so I don't really have a least favorite. What is your favorite type of animal? Frogs. Ever since I was born, it's always been a frog, and I would not have it any other way. What will you do with your YouTube channel in the future? I don't know if I have an answer for this question because I'm trying to focus on the present right now with just trying to take baby steps to growing my channel, I should say, and just kind of seeing where it goes, just kind of testing out the waters on what you guys want to see, what you guys like, and I don't really have any set ideas or wishes or hopes for where my channel goes, so I'm not quite sure what I think it will do in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. What's your favorite and least favorite YouTube video that you've made? This question is trickier because I have favorite videos based on the actual video part of it, and then I have favorite videos only because I like the thumbnail of it. So I'm just gonna put on the screen my top 3 favorite videos for the video, and then my top 3 favorite videos just because of the thumbnail, because I think it looks really cute. What is your favorite video game? I wonder. No, I love Animal Crossing. I have been playing Animal Crossing really ever since I was just a little girl. And my first Animal Crossing game was Wild World, which I think is really what got me into the swing of liking the games. And then ever since like that, I kind of just got the next new one that came out and after that and after that. And I got some of the older ones that I didn't have before Wild World. I just kind of started collecting the games and I play them so often and religiously. Animal Crossing has really helped me through a lot in my life, which is a main reason I think I hold it so close to my heart. But if I had to say a game other than Animal Crossing, other than the obvious, I love the Legend of Zelda series, specifically Skyward Sword. That is my favorite Zelda game. But yeah, that is my answer for that one. If you were an Animal Crossing villager, who would you be? I think it feels right for me to say Pudge, but I really don't relate to Pudge as much as I should. If I was in the game and had to switch lives with one of the villagers for a day, I would have to say Chevra. She is my second favorite Animal Crossing villager, and she's just such a sweetheart. I love her so much, and I have loved her. I had her in Wild World originally, which is where I fell in love with her, but ever since that, I relate to her villager a lot, so that's my answer for that one. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? If we're talking in the US, I have never been out of the US, fun fact about me, I would say Hawaii. It seems like it would be such a fun place to visit. But if we're talking out of the country, I would love to go to London or Paris. Those are my two top ones for out of the country visits. Favorite core, like cottagecore, and why? I love like 80s and retro things. I am definitely an 80s girl. I dress the part when it comes to clothing and makeup. I love the music, the culture, the styles, everything about the 80s. I love it and I adore it so much. And I think that's something not a lot of people know about me, which I think is very fun. But I am for sure an 80s girl and I love the 80s so much. So that is basically my aesthetic. Coffee or tea? Assuming coffee because you're not British like me. I like both of them. I don't drink a lot of coffee or tea, but if I had to choose, I would go for coffee. And if we're talking specific coffee flavors, I tend to gravitate a lot towards peppermint mocha, especially during the holiday season. But if we're talking about tea, I like chaga tea. But overall, I am a coffee girl. I gotta go for coffee. I just like it overall. Who was the first YouTuber you remember watching? I would watch, guys, I've been in the YouTube business for some time, so it's been a minute. I don't know the exact YouTuber who I first came across, but one that I definitely remember watching a lot when I first kind of got into YouTube was My Froggy Stuff. She did a lot of Barbie and doll crafts and videos, so she was definitely my kind of like YouTube section. That is definitely where I gravitated towards. Vans or Converse? I used to be a Vans girl, but I am definitely a Converse girly now. I didn't know how to tie my shoes until I was 10 years old, and so the Velcro Vans really got me through some things, but now I just love Converse, and I would definitely choose Converse over Vans. Are you a cat person or a dog person? I have to, like, at the end of the day, I love them both. I have a cat and a dog myself, but I always like dogs at the end of the day. Not that I have anything against cats, it's such a close tie between them for me, but I gotta go with dogs. What was the worst fashion decision you've ever made? I've made some really bad fashion decisions in my past, especially because growing up, I was allowed to dress myself. I got the freedom of doing that, and I think that was a really big mistake on my parents' part, but I would have to say jeans and a dress. Anytime I would wear a dress, jeans were following behind it, and it was a really scary situation. Maybe as a kid, people found it cute, but looking back, it was horrendous. So jeans and dress, for sure. Biggest cooking fail? I am a chef, for those of you who don't know. I am Remy from Ratatouille, actually. But I don't know if I have a single fail that stands out to me that I can, like, overall say it was the worst fail I've ever had in the kitchen. But one in particular, this wasn't really like the end product that failed, but just the process throughout cooking that failed. I was making an omelet one time, and I wanted to put bacon in it, and I had one of those big resealable plastic bags of bacon bits from Costco, and for some reason I wasn't thinking, and I set this bag onto the hot burner I just removed my pan from, and when I heard the sizzle from it, I was like, oh no. So I ripped this bag off the stove, and then it melted the bottom of it, and bacon went all over the place. It was not a good idea, and I don't know why I did that, but that is like my worst fail, I would say, that comes to my mind right away. Bratwurst or pork burgers? Pork burgers all the way. I could use a good burger any time of the day, any second, any minute. I love burgers so much. I like bratwurst too, but I love burgers more. Dark or light meat, lemon pepper, buffalo, or honey barbecue wings. I would have to say light meat and buffalo wings. That sounds delicious right now. If you were a popsicle, what color would you be and why? Green, because green's my favorite color, and I haven't really met any like avid green apple / green otter pop color haters ever, so that's probably my safest answer and most reasonable answer I could think of. When you make spaghetti, do you like more noodles or more sauce in the bowl? Sauce is the boss, guys. I like a good balance, but if I had to choose, more sauce is going in that bowl for sure. What is the most embarrassing song on your playlist right now? I love music, and I have so many playlists on Spotify, it is kind of scary, but the most recent one I've been working on is one for Halloween, and I think the 2 songs, I gotta say 2, because I can't decide on just one. The 2 songs that I think you can consider the most embarrassing on there is Ways to Be Wicked from Descendants 2 and the Monster High theme song. I don't know how embarrassing those are, but at the end of the day, you guys have to admit they're like bangers for real, and if you don't like those songs, like, listen to them again, because they're really good. The weirdest dream you've ever had. Guys, I have weird dreams every night, but I had this one dream that this like scary bunny was like chasing me in like Delfino Square or Mario Kart Wii, like the course itself. Bro was chasing me in that course, and I will never like it the same. And it really, like, that single dream like traumatized me for the rest of my life, or at least as a child. Like it became a rational fear. But yeah, definitely that dream, it stuck with me all these years. The worst movie you've ever watched. Don't be mad at me if you guys like this movie. It's nothing personal, but I tried watching it. It was Pretty in Pink. It's a movie from like the mid 80s, and I just think that it was kind of boring. There wasn't really a plot, and it was kind of dragged out. It was very dramatic and just like kind of cringy for no reason. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite, and that's probably my answer for that. My favorite dinosaur, Bronchiosaurus. For real. You can't go wrong with them. They're cute, they're skrunks, they're just fun. And they're like second place to like the T-Rex. Like, I feel like people overlook the Bronchiosaurus for real. I gotta say that. My favorite wiggle? My boy Anthony. My least favorite scent? Probably anything seafood / fish related. I know a lot of people who watch my channel and my streams love seafood, and I'm so happy for you, but at the same time, I cannot stand seafood. It has been a really bad, like, I've disliked it my whole life, and I gotta change it. I wish I could, but I just can't get over it. It's really bad. So probably just anything. Anytime I smell seafood, my tummy turns. Favorite body armor flavor? Fruit punch. It's the most delicious flavor, hands down. Should the toilet paper hang over or under? Over. People who hang the toilet paper under genuinely give me a heart attack. I don't know how you do it. And just walk away satisfied with yourself. If you were arrested, what would it be for? I don't think I would ever commit a crime in my life, so probably like jaywalking or something by accident, and I'd probably turn myself in for it because I would get too guilty, so jaywalking. What's your zombie apocalypse survival plan? Honestly, I think under the stress of a zombie apocalypse, I would not be able to drive to safety. Like, maybe I could, but I don't trust myself enough. But my mom, however, is an excellent driver, so I would put my life in her hands and just get her to drive me out of whatever situation we were in. Does Lightning McQueen have life insurance or car insurance? I don't know why or how to explain my answer, but car insurance. That is I thought about this for like a week after getting asked this question, and I think my final answer is car insurance. No, I cannot pronounce that. I actually have this really weird thing, and it's like, I don't know if it's actually a real thing or not, but it's like a fear of long words, and I just get really anxious whenever I see them, and I start to like sweat. It's really bad. I don't know why or what caused it, but looking at that just looks like you spam the keyboard, and I'm not here for it. The last question. This one is so obscure, I don't know how to answer this, but I also have a exact answer for it. Would you bring a bottle of shampoo filled with yogurt to the airport, and when they tell you that liquids aren't allowed, you drink it right in front of them? Yes, I would, and I don't know why. I don't know why I would have a shampoo bottle filled with yogurt. It's very an obscure, randomly generated situation, but at the same time, if that was the case, I probably would. I like yogurt. It's delicious. So yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't. But other than that is all of the questions for today. I want to say thank you to everyone who has chimed into giving me a question. If you have any more questions or some that didn't get answered, as I might have forgotten them, please comment them down below, and if we have enough gathered up within the next couple weeks, I might do a part 2. I'll consider it for sure. But I want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned into this video. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel to show your support. And I just want to say thank you again for watching my Q&A, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!